So you're thinking about moving to Indiana. Interesting. Before you commit, let's go over a few things, like sometimes erratic weather, and you might want to double check that decision before you find yourself wearing a parka in the morning and flip-flops by lunch. I'm Melinda Ennis with the Ennis Group team, a local real estate professional with over 16 years of experience. And my team helps people relocate to Indianapolis and the surrounding area from all over the country and even the globe. And I like it here, but I will always give it to you straight. So let's jump into the 5 reasons Indiana might have you second guessing that U-Haul reservation. Reason number 1, wild card weather. Let's start with something that can keep you guessing, the weather. Indiana treats seasons sometimes like a game show. Spin the wheel, see if you win sunshine, sleet, or a tornado warning. We get all 4 seasons in the state, but one day it's 75 and sunny, and the next, your windshield might be frozen shut. We've hit all 4 seasons in 1 week before just for fun. And tornado warnings, that's not always a real tornado, but they definitely do bring drama. Every time those tornado warnings go scrolling across the TV screen, which always happens in the middle of the night, my family treks down to the basement for safety when we get right back to bed after about 20 minutes of news drama. They get so excited. And in the spring, mostly mud and a lot of allergies. So if you're not from here, get ready. Pollen levels get so high, your car can even change colors, and your sinuses might just decide they're going to tap out. What's winter like? It's kind of gray, cloudy skies, very little snow. You can't really look outside and trust what you're seeing or how to dress either. You'll see kids sometimes wearing shorts in the winter, but the adults will have on parkas. You'll have to make your own judgment call as to what you really need to wear. But on those rare, breezy, sunny days, you can open up the windows. It's really, honestly, the best. My daughter loves driving with the windows down, and I finally get to enjoy the sunshine behind my sunglasses. So if you need weather consistency, you've really been warned before moving to Indiana. Reason number 2, not a big city vibe. Indiana has cities, places like Indianapolis, Carmel, Fort Wayne, but let's not pretend it's New York or LA. I've lived in Phoenix, LA, and Chicago. So trust me when I say this is not that. It's low key, it's slower paced. Indianapolis is great, but it's really not buzzing 24/7. And public transportation, well, technically yes, but sometimes don't count on it depending upon where you live. Indy has the red line and it has city buses. And as long as you're within Marion County, you have 28 routes to work with. And they'll even let you put your bike on the bus. But if you live in any of the counties that surround Marion, the donut counties, then you really will need a car for transportation. Fort Wayne, which is the second largest city in the state, it has buses too. But again, step outside of the city limits and you're pretty much on your own. And let's talk about culture. It's here, but it's quieter, it's more reserved. So if you're looking for that constant energy buzz, then you sometimes might feel like you're stuck on pause in Indiana. Reason number 3, flat landscape. Okay, let's talk about topography or the lack of it. Indiana is flat, not kind of flat. I'm talking about sometimes a highway overpass is the most elevation that you might see. There's no mountains, there's no coastlines, there's just wide open skies and the horizons. But what you do get, you don't get any cliffs, you won't have altitude issues, you won't have cell phones that drop when you go up and down hills. It's not dramatic, but there's peace in being able to see for miles. If you love open spaces, then Indiana is your spot because you can literally sometimes watch the storms roll in for miles, which is kind of cool. But if you're craving dramatic views, epic peaks, or coastal cliffs, then you might find Indiana a little bit underwhelming. More serene wallpaper than postcard moments is what you'll see. Reason number 4, slower pace. Indiana moves at its own pace, somewhere between chill and did anything really happen today? Outside of downtown Indy, stuff really shuts down pretty early, like Target closes at 10 o'clock early here in Indiana. And yes, people talk to you in the checkout lines. So if that's not your thing, it might feel like you've entered a very polite alternate universe sometimes. Weekend plans, let's talk about it. Yard work, Friday night football games, sitting on your patio, enjoying your neighborhood. That's really the vibe you get here. And options, they're not endless, but local festivals, farmers markets, maybe a county fair, theaters, and live music. As long as you plan ahead, you have those options, and you probably are going to have to drive to get there. So it's slower, and for some people, that's exactly what they want and what they need. But if you like a packed calendar, constant motion, and a bunch of options galore, you might wonder if weekends are just for lawn care here. If you have kiddos that are in sports, band, or dance, then your weekends are really going to be all about tournaments and rehearsals. And so, yeah, that lawn, if you have kids, you might have to Venmo the neighbor kid down the street to take care of it for you. Reason number 5, chain restaurants. Let's talk about food, specifically chain food. Indiana loves a national chain. Think about Subway, Chick-fil-A, Chipotle. Yep, there are probably 2 or 3 nearby. But if you want a constant stream of chef-driven, Michelin-starred, edgy kind of restaurants, you might be a little bit disappointed in Indiana. But to be fair, Indianapolis does have some gems. Here's a couple of them. Bluebeard's. It's a James Beard nominated restaurant. The menu changes seasonally, and it's creative but not pretentious. Vita is another one. It's a 4-diamond rating. It has an in-house herb wall, delicious upscale food, and it's relaxed, and it's one of my husband's favorite. And St. Elmo Steakhouse, classic in Indiana since 1902. And shrimp cocktail, oh my God, it clears your sinuses, but in the best way. It's a James Beard America's Classic Award winner. But outside of the urban core, you're going to get more chilies and less foie gras. So if you're a foodie, Indiana's favors lean themselves more towards comfort food than cutting edge. So let's talk about a bonus feature that we have in addition to the 5 I've already given you, which are roundabouts. So if you live in Carmel, Indiana, the roundabout capital of America, you're going to have to go around roundabouts. This one, pretty straightforward. It's just counterclockwise direction, easy for cars to navigate and know where they're going. But hang with me because I'm going to take you to one where you have to decide which lane should I be in, which lane goes to the left, which one do I exit on, and it's a little bit more complicated. So this is a 2-lane roundabout, and you need to stick with the lane that you're in, and it comes and swerves to the left and then back to the right. And as we approach this portion of the intersection, on the road, it tells you you can either go around all the way to the left or you can go straight. So you really have to make sure that you're clear on your directions and which way you need to go. Some people don't like this. They really find these roundabouts to be confusing. But other people, they really love it because it keeps traffic flowing, it keeps you moving, and it just reduces a lot of the congestion that you can find at a 4-way stop or at a stoplight. If none of this scared you off, congrats to you. You might just be Indiana material, or you thrive in chaos. Either way, let's talk. If you're thinking about moving to Indiana or the greater Indianapolis area, my team and I would love to be your agent of choice. You'll find my contact information in the description below to book a call with me. Don't forget, like this video and subscribe to my channel. Let me know in the comments what you want to see next. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today, and I will catch you at the next video.